What's up, guys? Welcome back to Ludwig's Garage. We're back at it again. We're getting another car. It's not a new project. We're not trying to fit this in queue into the ever-growing list of multiple year projects I have. We're simply saving this. And what I mean by that is we're saving it from ultimately the crusher, because that's gonna ultimately be its fate, possibly, if we don't go get this thing. So I got a message on Facebook from a guy whose father has this car. His father sold his house and property, is moving south out of New Hampshire. I guess they've moved or sold a handful of cars that are in a barn, and this one is left. The thumbnail might give away what this car is. Before we actually talk about what car it is, I'm getting hooked onto the trailer. This is the day before. We're heading about an hour and a half south down into Massachusetts to go get this thing. Hooking onto the trailer, we're getting the winch out and mounted on the trailer, portable air compressor, tools, rigging stuff. I think it's easily accessible, might be on dollies, but I don't know exactly what we're walking into. So let's get loaded up, and then we'll talk about what it is we're going after and how you guys might be able to acquire either parts of this car or the entire car. Because by the end of this video, we're gonna have a good look at this car, figure out what's worth saving on the car, if not the whole thing itself, and we're gonna push it on to one of you guys. So let's just stay calm and let's go get another car. Like most of you, I can't stand the sound of a floor jack rolling across the pavement, so I carry it everywhere. And the small floor jack, in case we need to use it in and around the car. I only have 4 car dollies, like 4 wheel dollies. And the DKW Junior is currently sitting on all 4 in the upper garage. It's not really an extrication, it's a bit of a recovery probably. I'm going on a field trip. Oh. All right, it's the next morning. We're about to hit the road. Called my father last night, see what he had going on. He's gonna go for the ride down there with me, but we're gonna bring his tilt deck. So he had a good idea to bring his trailer, because this is a tilt deck trailer. It's gonna be much easier to load the car if it doesn't roll, rather than trying to get it up and over my ramps. So tilt deck, it is. He's got a winch already on his trailer, so we're just doing a quick trailer swap-roo. Also, if you follow me on Instagram, you saw a little bit of this, and a few people had actually asked if this was gonna be a build on the channel. It's not, but I built Kayla a little bouquet roadside farm stand on a wagon. It's been a while since I'd worked with wood, but I think it'll get the job done. She just painted it late last night. As you can see, she's got tons of flowers in the yard and the garden. And so this is gonna go out by the road. We have yet to come up with a name. Have you thought of a name yet? No name yet, but I'll laser engrave something that'll go up here maybe. Now don't judge me too harshly if you're a framer. It's been a long time since I built anything. And indeed, in 2005, I actually built a mini skate park in a barn behind my local bike shop. So I have built stuff that works before. So anyway, yeah, this is just gonna be, it's not finished yet. We're gonna have a shelf in here maybe. We got some pots that can French down in there. She'll have some of the bouquets in. So we're swapping the trailers around. The ducks are happy. It's not too hot yet. They're headed to the pond. And yeah, we'll get this thing underway. All right, guys, so we are here on site Just sold this property. There's an old farmhouse through the woods down there. Real tight driveway. Really cool old barn. His dad had 911s in here, Scirocco's, 944, a W140 Mercedes, whole bunch of stuff. And now it's empty because they sold the property. Wow, this is old. And here it is, the last car we are here to get. This here is a Euro Market E23. And the only reason why I'm here is because this is a Euro Market E23, because it's got the Euro bumpers. And that's what makes this car worth something to me, and possibly to you. You can tell that it was imported before it was 25 years old, because these are the aftermarket side markers it needed to be eligible for import. All right, so we're getting yet another car.
Bring her home.
This one, I think, is way easier than the last one, though.
Yeah.
We don't have to cut any trees down to get this thing out.
Don't speak too soon, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Seriously. So the new owner of the property's here, and they have a roll-off dumpster over here that's going to be tough to get around. But we have another way that we can back the trailer around if we need to. But we've got the winch on the trailer with a snatch block, so we could move that roll-off dumpster.
Yeah, we could move that nose over a little bit.
Yeah. We'll see if that's what they want to do. A handful of cars all tucked in here. Would have been really cool to see it. But it's also pretty cool to be in here and get the last thing out of here. It's pretty cool. It's an automatic, but Euro market car. As you can see, it's had the US market lights put in it at some point, and that's probably because when it came stateside, not only did it have to get the side markers put on it, but it had to get the US market sealed beams. So normally those low beams are 8-inch, I believe, but they're much larger than the high beams usually. But it did not have to get the low impact bumpers. It still has the Euro bumpers on it, which is the most valuable part, really. Looks like there's some windows, some glass up top. That mirror touch. Yep, automatic. We'll be able to see things better once we get it outside in the light. Sunroof car, naturally. Oh, it's a crank sunroof. Oh, that's cool. That's definitely European. All the sunroof E23s in America were power. Leather seats, got the armrests. Probably still has a kilometer cluster. Boy, it's pungent in here. No, it had a mile-per-hour cluster put in it. Crazy. Boy, that is strong. Also, crank windows, another indication of Euro market car. As far as I know, the E23s we got here in the States never came this base model, because the 7 Series BMW was quite a luxury car here in America. So crank windows, I think Europe only. I could be wrong there. Back one's locked. Some rust in the door. We'll give it a good look once we get it out, but looks like it's a car still. The rear quarters there don't look too bad. Euro trim, that's valuable right there. That's Euro only, that trim. Well, I suppose we can see what we need to do to get access and get back in here. So we've got another Euro valence. Got a Euro plate frame on it. You can just shove it right over the seats.
She's working again today.
Did you tell her that?
No, I didn't. No, she got home late.
We're clear here. We're clear.
Oh, mine wrote that.
She's saying goodbye.
Yeah.
E-brake or what was it, a park?
He has a park. Yeah. To the back. Yeah, it should be all right. That's why we loaded it like in the back.
This is tongue heavy anyway.
Yeah.
Everything in here, the pump, the battery, all my gear, it's got a heavy tongue. So.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I guess sometimes you can tell, like,
All right, we decided to stop at Alamo Texas Barbecue. We're in Brookline, New Hampshire, and we drove by this place on the way there, so we figured we'd try it out. Never seen it before. All right, guys, quick stop off at home to drop my dad off so he could grab his truck. And we're headed to his shop now because I'm meeting somebody who might buy the Euro W108. So keep your fingers crossed. Hopefully that moves on. We're over here at my father's shop now, just waiting on this guy to come look at the W108. We haven't moved the Audi Super 90 variant since the last time you saw it on the channel. Really want to start on this soon. I know I have too many projects, but I think about this car all the time. You know what else I think about all the time? Yeah, the flexible clipper. But perhaps this is when the Euro W108 4-speed goes. We'll see. Got a few friends interested in this that might come for it if it doesn't sell tonight. The holy grail aspect of it right here. The floor shift 4-speed. Just so crazy rare in a W108. Genuine leather too, non-headrest, genuine leather. Okay, so I don't think I covered any of this when we were there, but I got basically another E23. This silver E23 was also a Euro market E23. So although unfortunately I don't have the front bumper from that car, we do have the rear bumper, which is crazy. So we've got the rear Euro bumper, which is totally different than the US spec one, and arguably the hardest ones to find because everyone scraps these cars in Europe with the rear bumpers on them. Basically the front bumpers are the ones everyone tries to ship over here, which are an arm and a leg to ship. When I had my right-hand drive E23, I found a BBS front splitter for it in England, and it was attached to a front Euro bumper. It was going to be $1,100 or $1,200 from DHL to ship it because it was too wide to go normal mail. It had to go freight. I actually had a friend check it on his flight home from England, which was far cheaper. It was like $100 or something. It was crazy, but I got lucky in that way. I would never ship these bumpers stateside because of how egregiously expensive it is. So it's really cool that we have a spare rear Euro E23 bumper, deck lid, the trunk lid, all 4 doors, 2 front doors, 2 rear doors. They don't seem to be too rusty, and we have front and rear Euro bumpers on this car. And the factory Euro valence with the fog lights, with the Hellas still in it. And the Euro rear bumper as well, which is just amazing. I mean, this is the coolest part of the whole rear end of these Euro cars. And this piece right here is a vital component to doing a rear Euro bumper swap on an American E23, because the American bumper is wrapped around the corner here to a giant black textured plastic piece that went all the way up to the wheel well with the side marker in it. So if you're going to do a rear Euro bumper, you have to have these. Ultimately, this is a perfect donor for a Euro swap on an American E23 because you've got the side trim in the back, you've got the full rear bumper, which is in great shape. The valence isn't rotted out. The bumper chrome's in great shape, it looks like. That's going to clean up real well. No dents or anything in it. The accordion like connector piece is still in decent shape. This full trim piece on this side is really good. So basically, guys, this will be available as like a complete parts car. This Generation 7 Series is technically the first 7 Series generation, but it's the successor to the E3, which here in North America was known as the Bavaria. In Europe and other markets, it was the 2500. And then the E23, which was the first branded 7 Series, was produced from 1977 to 1986. Now, I actually just Googled that to make sure I had those years correct. And the Google AI overview actually had a photo of my old E23 in the layout of what the E23 is, which is crazy. So gray market car, still has all the German instrumentation in it except the cluster. So a lot of the package to make them US compliant when they came over before they were 25 years old meant they had to get the US market lights. They had side markers screwed into it on the front and rear fenders. And it got a mile-per-hour instrument cluster, the actual speedometer, tach, oil pressure, you know, the actual instrument cluster. But everything else in the car is still German. The HVAC controls, the headlight switches, all of the other instrumentation that's labeled is all in German. So this was a mainland Europe car, which is really cool. But they kept the Euro bumpers, which is the only reason why this car is sitting here next to me right now while I'm sweating to death in the sun in 90-degree heat. Okay, so the GYEON guys are gonna hate me for washing this car with a brush. I don't care, and neither do you, well, you shouldn't care. But we're washing this thing with a brush because it's been in a barn its whole life, and the paint's literally falling off of it. Look at this. Look at this. Look, here's some paint. I was watching it fly off of this car in the rearview mirror when we hauled it home. So pressure washing it alone is probably gonna take the paint off. I'm not too concerned about scratching it with a brush. Just, you know, disclaimer. All right, guys, with just a wash and a quick pressure washing, boy, this thing looks better. I wouldn't say it looks amazing, but it looks better. The barn find freshness is washed off. You can actually see through the glass now. I didn't crawl inside to put any glass cleaner on the inside of the glass. Indeed, I've rolled the windows down to let it air out because this thing was a mouse hotel. So as you can imagine, since the smell won't jump through the screen, it is pungent. You can see here, you know, your motor oil, your brake lights, everything's in German, which I think is so cool. I actually have a second set of all of this stuff in a box somewhere in case I ever found an American market E23 that I had to keep. I would then have everything I needed for the dash basically to convert it to a German market car. It says here, the importation tag, Leland T. James imported this car. It's a 1981, wow. That's crazy because my Cypress Green E23 and the silver dog box one were both 1981s. That's pretty cool that this also is 1981. Center console here is pretty cool. Look at this, guys. It's got the original BMW Bavaria cassette player. Headlight dimmer switch, your rear defroster, your fog light switch, you know, that's all in German. Even the HVAC controls are all in German. Hazards, cigarette lighter. Man, that cassette player is so cool though. The trunk's right full of stuff. We haven't really gone through that yet. Trunk does work. Right full of extra parts. A lot of the dash components, the kick panel, glove compartment door, a sunroof fairing, that's not OEM. The steering rack, that's the center vent on the dash. That goes right up on the center of the dash. All sorts of parts. This is your center console wood. Your shifter goes right up through this, and then this goes over the top of it, just like that. So shifter goes here, obviously, and then you've got your little pad where you can put stuff on. Back in the day, it would be your cassette tapes or something if you didn't have the cassette tape holder underneath the radio. But yeah, lots of parts, more speaker grills. Yeah, I haven't even gone through all this stuff yet. I might not. I might leave the surprise up to you guys. We've got seat belts, the shifter. Oh, this is the e-brake trim. The e-brake goes through. Some trim. Those are wheel arch trim, it looks like. Yeah. Huh. I've got some spare E23 taillights laying around, and they're not that good. Those are actually incredible condition taillights. So we have here a Euro Market 3.5, which I don't remember if they were higher compression or not. Don't take my word for it, but I believe that's the case. Strut towers are solid. A little bit of crust back here on the inner fender, but strut towers are solid. The rest of the inner wheel wells look like they're solid. Frame rails are solid. That right there is the OEM color of this car. Pretty cool. Ooh, also, I didn't mention this yet. Chrome mirrors. If you don't know, the Mark 1 E23s, Mark 1 being the shark nose E23s before they facelifted the front end, have chrome mirrors. And if you've got a facelift E23, it more than likely came with the black textured plastic housing mirrors, and you want the Mark 1 mirrors. So I know a lot of guys that have facelift E23s. I think the E28s might have been the same scenario. I don't remember, but I know facelift E23 guys like the Mark 1 mirrors because they're chrome. But if I had the time, we'd have an eBay store with all this stuff listed. I could probably use some help with pulling parts off of all these cars that are just sitting around, photographing them, cataloging them, and creating an eBay store and selling them, helping with order fulfillment and all that stuff. I might entertain that. If you're in New Hampshire and that sounds like something you might want to do, I might entertain that. I'd also entertain help with filming and social media, vertical video, all that sort of stuff. So I'm not putting ads out for help, but maybe email me if you're so inclined if you're in New Hampshire. But since I don't have the time for it, we're gonna just move this on to one of you guys. It rolls, it steers, it's capable of running. $1,500. That is a steal for the bumpers alone, and you'd get an entire car. It's got the bottle cap wheels. $1,500. It's here in Meredith, New Hampshire. Come and get it. Pull it onto your trailer. I don't think I mentioned it yet, but it's actually not that rusty underneath. Like, not at all. There's some rust, you know, like that door's got some rust. But underneath here, if the camera light will change. The frame rails are solid. The rockers are solid. The floorboards are solid. All the way down. The jack points on the rockers are solid. The rear footwells of the floors are solid. Subframe mounts, you know, all the real serious stuff is obviously solid, but so is all the tin work. Passenger side too. Floor looks great. It's honestly a pretty solid car. The W108 did not go last night. $1,600, come and get it. It rolls, it steers, pull it onto your trailer. I will say the guy that came to look at it last night has an insane collection of cars, like hundreds of cars. And he's got some stuff that he offered me for very cheap, which is not good because the whole point of him coming here from a ways away was to buy that, give me money, and leave with a car to free up space because clearly we're adding more cars. $1,500, come and get it. Located in central New Hampshire. Email me, it's in the description below, john@ludwigsgarage.com. Give this thing a good home, give the parts a good home. We got too many projects. That's it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching, for all of your support. By the time you're seeing this video, all of your Unsafe at Any Speed shirts have been shipped out. Thank you again for all your patience on that. As always, if you guys need air suspension management, go to ludwigsgarage.com. We are a distributor for Universal Air, Airlift, Bag Riders. Competitive prices and free shipping on all management systems and management kits. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't yet so you don't miss a video. Hit the notification bell. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. All of you on the Patreon. I know you knew about this a week early. You are an integral part to this whole ship staying afloat. So thank you guys so much. We'll see you next week. I don't know what's coming next week. But yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Bye.